YouTube? It's King Pookie here. So for this channel, we're gonna do like little hot seat segments, right? So in the hot seat segment, we're gonna have a few questions. Well, to begin, we're gonna have a few questions, basically introducing us and who we are. You know, get you guys to have a little knowledge of who y'all gonna be dealing with, and after that, you know, y'all can subscribe. The link is going to be at the bottom and everything for all of our personal social medias and stuff like that. And also, y'all can comment below to ask us questions and things like that. And we promise that we're going to get back with everything. So the first person we're going to bring up in the hot seat is KJ.
What's going on, YouTube? My name's KJ.
Hey, what's going on, KJ?
Yeah, you on hot seat today, baby.
Yeah.
Alright, Rick. Just want to start off simple. What's your name and where you're from, man?
My real name is Kijane, and I'm from Texas. I'm from Port Arthur, Texas.
Oh, okay. Alright. So what you do for a living, bro?
I drive trucks for a living, man. It's a pretty easy job, man. I drive, big 18-wheelers, you know, something like that.
Okay.
Pretty much tanker trucks, man.
So what's your purpose for being on this channel, bro?
My purpose for being on this channel is to inspire and to spit knowledge to people of all ages and give them a little, you know what I'm saying, a little guidance if I can on, like saying, personal things and, you know what I'm saying, just anything about them if they have any questions or something like that.
Okay, alright, and hey, just to let y'all know, you know, none of this is scripted, and just so y'all know none of this is scripted, everyone will have a hot seat question. So, KJ, you ready for your hot seat question?
Let's get it.
Well, I got a couple of them. I'm going to warm up to the big one, right? So, your first hot seat question is, do you see yourself married in the next 3 years?
Hell yeah.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
So who? You got a lady in mind? Got somebody dating right now?
I got somebody in mind, her name Destiny.
Okay, all right.
That's gonna be your destiny.
That's my destiny.
All right, my next question is, are you ready for a family?
I feel like I am. I feel like I have the knowledge right now to be a good ass father, man. I'm ready for
How
it.
many kids you want?
See, now I gotta get into this, man.
Yeah.
The way I want my house, man, I want my son first. But if I get a daughter, I'm gonna have one kid.
Yeah, daughter.
Okay. Hey, so you know, just to stir up the pot a little bit, honestly. So my last hot seat question for you, right, is, in your personal and honest opinion, what kind of man do you really think you are? And on top of that, not only do I want to know what kind of man do you think you really are, but how do you think people perceive you? Yeah!
Be honest!
Damn!
Be honest!
Come on.
That's a lot of knowledge, man.
Yeah, man.
Alright, so I see myself as a honest living man.
Okay.
I live everything by the book. And, you know, I just feel like things should be done the correct way in order for you to succeed.
Okay.
In order for you to reach your goals, you gotta be able to take leaps and, you know what I'm saying, be able to jump over the rope if it gets in your way.
All right.
So that's how I feel about that. And the second one, I don't really know how people perceive me, but I feel like the way I present myself to people, I want them to feel comfortable with me. So I feel like I'm a comfortable person to be around.
Okay.
And you know, I'm a good guider, if you will, because you know, I could teach people things and help them out in situations that are complicated.
Okay. All right. That'll be next.
I got it.
Oh man.
I want to get him to be feel something.
Oh shit.
This seat getting a little too hot.
Oh,
Look
yeah,
at it.
boy.
All right, let's go.
What's your honest opinion on the state of the African American woman? Oh goddamn! Oh my god! Oh yeah, buddy.
That's a 3-part question. It's the way women perceive themselves. Like, okay, so we got a lot of stuff going around where, you know what I'm saying, just from social media experience, a lot of women don't carry themselves in a respectable way. Okay. So I feel like women let themselves down on social media. That's my social media perspective. Now my real life perspective is, from all the ones I have met, they pretty much kept it 100. They let you know up front what's going on with them, and you know what I'm saying, you can pretty much observe the way that they carry themselves. And I feel like, just, you know what I'm saying, I go out and shit, so I see a lot of things, man. So I feel like women just sell themselves short. A lot of women sell themselves short, and it shouldn't be like that.
How?
How?
How they sell? Give me an example of what's perceived today and how they're selling themselves short.
Right, so perceived it today. Okay, so, oh man, what the hell? But man, it's like, oh man, you go around and see a lot of twerking. A lot of people calling themselves a bad bitch. And, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people trying to get, you know what I'm saying, trying to get to places in the wrong way, as in, like, with, going back to social media, premiums.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, so you can do that, but it's a way you do it in a way where you still like feel or look respected in a way. And a lot of people, I feel like women don't respect themselves enough.
Okay. Alright, well, we appreciate you in the hot seat so you could get cool, you know.
Up next, we
Come
got
on,
right
bring
here.
on down.
We got
What's going on YouTube? It's King Pookie here, but my real name is John, but I'll never go by that. Thank you very much.
Alright, John.
Jonathan.
John. That's regular John, first John.
First.
Alright.
Always gotta be number one.
So, where you from? Since you already said your name.
Alright, well, I'm originally from Baltimore. Grew up in the military-oriented family and everything, so, you know, shuffled around a little bit, but definitely Baltimore, born, raised, and that's where I pretty much stayed, you know.
Be more, where's that?
Hey.
What you do for a living, John?
I drive trucks. Nice trucks, you know.
All these trucks.
Oh, man.
What is your purpose for being on this channel?
So my purpose for being on this channel is just to basically inform and like acknowledge a lot of things that people definitely don't want to talk to, a lot of things that people stray away from, things that people pretty much like they put to the side, they don't want to recognize it, you know. I want to talk about this, and I want, like, my purpose for being here is to acknowledge absolutely everything in my own opinion. That way, you know, people can start to relate to what's going on, and you know, eventually we can start getting people on the channel, you know, on our live streams and everything like that, just to be able to talk about what they want to talk about without being criticized or ridiculed.
All right, bet. Got to deal with my hot seat question.
We got some hot seat
What you
questions.
got? Let's go first. What you got for me?
Question number 1.
All right, because I'm kind of cold. Let's go.
What is the type of man that you want to be to perceive to your kids?
Okay. Alright, so the type of man that I want to be to perceive to my child is pretty much like, hey, the world isn't perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect human being. I am not a perfect human being. I'm far from a perfect human being. So I pretty much want to teach my son, hey, this is what you do, this is what you don't do, this is what's going to happen if you mess up, you know. But we all mess up sometimes. Every action has a greater than or equal to reaction, you feel me? So I just want to be the best person I could possibly be, and just like be the man that my child can love, like, period.
All right, bet. Got one for you. Make you think deep on this one. As a black man in this world today,
Okay.
what do you feel we as black men, since we are black men on this channel, what do you feel like we can do to change the overall perception of how we are viewed in society?
Okay. That's pretty. You know what? I would think that was a pretty good one. I give you that one. But I got a straightforward answer for you. Be different. Don't be what society makes us out to be. Don't be that guy. Don't be that stereotype. You know, like you have a lot of African American men. You know, they drop out of school. They want to sell drugs. They want to do this, that, and the third. As an African American male in this society at this day and age, you have to realize that we can't walk the same walk. We can't talk the same talk. You know, so I just want us as African Americans to be able to change. I want us to be able to show the world that there's more to us than just pinching off nickels and dimes, you know, doing things like that. This generation and generations after us need to come to an understanding that, we are actually great. And since we are great, we need to prove it, because right now we're not doing what we're supposed to do and what we can do. But if we just change one step, one day at a time, you know, things, I feel like things will get better, you know. And that's just my opinion.
Alright, I got one more for you, since we are getting about 3 hot seat questions. I got one more for you. Let's get a little deep on this.
Okay.
The people into this one. And I want your honest opinion, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is a channel where we don't take shit personal.
Yeah.
So please, when you watch our videos,
We don't criticize.
don't criticize, don't take it personal. It's just our opinions on it. So given that, what do you think? What do you think needs to change in the black marriage to make it more successful and to make it more of the norm?
Equality. Without equality, you have no standards. Without any standards, you have a broken household. With a broken household, you have disarray. And basically, it's pretty much like, okay, well, hey, you got the husband, you got the wife. Shout out to the LGBT. You also got the husband and the husband. You got the wife and the wife. You know. With that being said, it's pretty much like you have to realize that we're equal, but we are not equal. You know, there's certain things that men can do that women can't do. There's certain things that women can do that men cannot do. You know, so in order to improve, we have to make sacrifices. You know, we have to listen. That's a problem. That's a problem with marriages now. In marriages, people don't listen. People love to fuss, fight, argue. You know, some people think makeup sex is like the all-time biggest answer for everything. But
It is fun though.
yeah, don't get me wrong, it's fun, but at the end of the day, you can only do that but so much. You can only do that for so long until one of you guys get in your mind like, hey, I'm done. You know, like you have to really connect. You have to build that foundation to where you guys love each other unconditionally. You know, you gotta use your stop, think, breathe, walk away method. You know, you stop. Hey, wait a minute. If I get into this argument, you know, things might get bad. You know, that's your stop and think right there. You know, breathing. You, all right, I got it. And then walk away. You walk away because you do not want your argument to escalate to any extent to the point where, like, someone is talking about, man, we should have never got married and things like that. You know, we often say things that out of anger. Usually we don't mean. Sometimes we do mean it, but you know, you have to recognize that this is not the time nor the place to do so. You know, that's why you should always, and that's the problem with marriages. Some marriages, you don't start off as friends. You know, like me personally, I would love to, when I start my relationship, before I get in a relationship, this has to be my friend, like a close friend. You know, we know how to talk to one another. We know how to connect to one another and everything. Then you start your relationship. After your relationship is your marriage. Once you get in that marriage, you have a basic understanding of who I am, what I do, how I work. If you don't have that, then your marriage is ultimately like, it's going to fail. Period. It is no question and no doubt about it. So these marriages now, they need to start reevaluating themselves. They need to start bettering themselves. And you know, people think counseling is bad and things like that. I don't. I think counseling will help you admit to things that you would have never done on your own. So that's basically my perspective of everything. You know, I'm a deep guy.
Alright. So I got one more for you. I thought about it just now. That most people may or may not know. For those of you that don't, that will subscribe to this and don't know him personally. He's Muslim.
Yes, I am.
So, with that being said, how do you feel, or what hurdles or obstacles do you feel are added on to you? How do you get over them? Being a black man
Woo.
and a Muslim
Woo. Okay.
in today's society.
Okay. That one was deep. Okay, so let me see. Sheesh. All right. Well, yeah. So to answer that question, I'm gonna start off with it's hard. It's hard being an African American Muslim in this day and age, you know, because we have so many stipulations set out against us, you know, like in my line of work, the things I do and stuff, it's like, it's hard because for people that don't understand, they already built in their minds that they hate you, they resent you, they dislike you, you know, they I don't know, it's like they can't really see past you being Muslim. You know, they don't see you as a person. They just see you as this possible terrorist and things like that. On a job, I had a guy tell me that you know, I was listening to my prayer during a training exercise, and I had a guy tell me, you know, he was like, hey, you're a fucking terrorist. If we were to hang out, I would shoot you in your back. You know, and just to hear something like that, you know, like I've heard many things. I've heard Islamic jokes. You know, me, I don't discriminate. I love any type of joke. But that right there was not a joke. That was a personal threat to my life. And the way I handle things is, I'm the type of person, I laugh and I smile a lot, but if you manage to take my smile from me, then I'm a very dangerous person. But at the same time, I'm an even better thinker. So I think about the outcome. I think about everything that could possibly happen, everything that I can do. You know, because growing up, I was doing a lot of stuff. You know, mixed martial arts, boxing, and things like that. So it's just like you have to stray away from that type of life. You know. So what I do is, if you guys don't know, we're supposed to be a religion upon, you know, like peace and everything. Regardless of how anyone else sees it, we're pretty much a religion of peace. I let go of all my hatred. When I converted back in 2013, I had a lot of hatred in my heart. I had a lot of anger built up. But once I converted, I felt a sense of like compassion towards others and everything. So I don't see me hating people, you know. So I pretty much I pretty much go with the wind, you know. I think about, hey, I can go to jail if I put my hands on this person or if I do this. So what I do is, I take a second to myself and I'm like, is this person worth it? If they're not worth it, then why not walk away? Like, I refuse to allow myself to get hyped up over someone who means nothing to me, you know. Their opinion means nothing. Their actions mean nothing. If they don't put their hands on me, why do I need to put my hands on them, you know? Everyone is subject to their own opinion. And with that being said, however you think of me is how you think of me. But me personally, I'm not going to take it to heart.
ID. Hope you enjoy the time with Hotseat.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
What's happening to YouTube? It's your boy Ryan, aka the Creole Boy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Alright, big Rod. Let me see. First question is, where are you originally from?
Originally, I'm from the bottom of the map, you know what I'm saying? Louisiana, that boot, you know what I'm saying?
Hey. Okay, what is your purpose for being on this channel?
Simple, you know what I'm saying? My purpose for being on this channel, honestly, is just to give my opinion and to talk about the things that most people are afraid of, you know. No opinion is wrong. Opinion is an opinion, is what you hold. On this channel, I just want to give you mine and what may be the opinion of others that others are afraid to admit or say to. You know what I'm saying? It's all what this channel is about. Discussing the things that need to be talked about that people don't like to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, hey, alright, so the last question, you know, for you know, the jotted down section before we get to the hot seat section. What do you do for a living?
Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm a exporter of things. I drive and export. I move stuff. Big stuff.
Big stuff. Hey, just so y'all know, he also does photography on the side. So if y'all would like,
you know
he'll
what
put
I'm
all
saying?
his information at the bottom. If you need a photo
If
shoot,
you in
please
Central
hit him
Texas,
up.
I got you
Yeah.
until the end of the year. Then if you in Colorado,
Yeah,
I got you too.
he does back to school, he does prom, he does weddings, he does it all, okay? So make sure y'all go ahead, like, subscribe, and y'all make sure y'all follow his photography page. Alright, go ahead, Mr. KJ, put him in a hot seat.
yeah, it's kind of arctic over here right now.
Alright, so what is your biggest pet peeve when it comes to seeing other parents discipline their kids?
Ooh, my biggest pet peeve: parents hold back. Let me just be honest. To me, I think a lot of parents hold back because they're too afraid to be wrong. I think they're doing too much. You know, I feel like at the end of the day, that's your child. You know your child. You know what gets to them. You know you should know the right way to punish them. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, my pet peeve about discipline is enough parents don't do it enough. Like, don't be scared to get in your child, get in on your child. Like, because if you don't do it, somebody else will. And they won't hold anything back. This world ain't gonna hold nothing back, man.
Ooh, okay. So, you know, at this day and age, there's a lot of stuff going on and what have you. And, you know, there's a lot of stipulations and, you know, my question for you is, what if one day, you know, you came home and you went in your son's room and your son was kissing another man? Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, that seat got a little hot.
I think you're trying to like something. I don't think lit your shit though.
Okay. Alright.
I guess that's gonna just depend on the age.
Okay.
You know, if my son was in his teenage years, I feel a little bit disrespected because when you're doing it under my roof.
Right.
I'm gonna feel upset about that. I'm not gonna get on him for doing it. You know, sexuality is a personal choice because at the end of the day, you can't love your child less because they choose a different way of life than you. You know what I'm saying? Now if he's older, 18, 19, whatever, again, I'm gonna feel disrespected because it's under my roof, but I'm gonna respect his choice. If that's what he chooses to be, if he chooses to be homosexual, choose to be part of that LGBT community, that's his choice. I can't down him for that. I just, talk to him about it, see if that's what he feels. Give him the warnings of the world, letting him know if you're making that choice, it's gonna be a little bit harder for you because it's harder to accept for some people. But I'm gonna respect his decision. But he's also gonna have to understand and also respect his household. Don't do things like that under this roof as long as you under my roof.
Okay.
Not saying that you can't be that way, just don't do it here.
Okay. All right, Mr. KJ, you got a question?
The hot seat question.
Yeah.
What you going over there, polar bear?
Oh,
He
man.
said still feeling like a polar bear.
What's that?
Okay.
I'm cold. I think I turned the AC down.
Okay.
Alright, so what would be a goal? What was one of the goals you feel like you never got to achieve in life?
Yet. Well, I'm 30. I feel like I got a lot of time left. I could still do all the things I want to do. But to be honest, one goal I think I wanted in life that I realized I wasn't going to achieve, and I accepted it, was, most goals of young kids. You want to grow up, you want to be an athlete, you want to be that superstar.
Mm-hmm.
I was derailed from that, and I accepted it because that it just, I guess it just wasn't in my plans. Just wasn't in my plans to be that way. So, a lot of things in life you're gonna have to accept, and if you know that you can't do anything about it and it's beyond your control, that's why you have backup goals. I never have just one.
I like that.
What you got?
Okay.
Going on there.
All right. So,
We got one left?
yeah. It's kind of like anything. Okay,
You
so
would like in your house with me.
in your opinion, which is a scarier thought? That the human race is the most advanced form of life in the universe, or that we are mere amoeba compared to other life forms?
Honestly, my biggest fear is that we are the most advanced. Because I feel like we are still so far held back from our potential. If we're the most intelligent form of life in this universe, this vast universe that we probably ain't gonna ever explore, I feel like that's my fear, because I feel like we have so much more we could be doing, we could be accomplishing, if it weren't for our selfish ways and our hunger and our greed for money.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I have one more question for you, I believe.
I'm feeling no heat over here.
Okay.
Feeling no
You
heat.
feeling
All right. Let
love.
me see. All right. So this question is kind of like I don't know. I don't think it'll really be hot, but it's definitely a question. So, you being a man, there's a lot of things that men don't like to do, like show emotions and things like that. The only emotion we really love to show pretty much is anger, right?
I feel like
So,
a smile.
yeah, with that being said, okay, so if your wife takes your kids from you, just up and leave out of the blue one day, up and leave, takes your kids, and decides that she wants to divorce you and takes everything from you, how would you feel? What would you do?
The steps.
I don't know. I'll probably feel hurt because at the end of the day, a marriage is a commitment. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, we're a team. We work together. So if she feels that way, obviously I've done something to make her feel that way. And it's my job to try to correct that to the best of my abilities. If I can't and she just decided she wants to go, then I'm going to try to make that relationship outside of the marriage or after the marriage as healthy as it can be for the kids, because at the end of the day, you can't hold anger towards somebody that's unhappy with you at the end of the day.
Okay.
Because happiness is to me, happiness is a self-emotion. No, it's not someone else's job to make you happy. That's something only you can control. So I'm gonna do my best to try to make it work. And if she's at the point where she wants to go, then I can't. That obviously was the plan at the end of the day. I can't fight it. The best I can do is just try my best to be, still be a dad. You know what I'm saying? Still
Okay.
support her and not hold any resentment for her.
Okay, now part 2 to that question, right?
Got part 2.
The camera doesn't know about the camera. I'm talking about our viewers and everything. So for everybody that's on the opposite side of this camera, for everybody that's on the opposite side of this webcast and whatnot, in times like that, are you a religious man, and who would you turn to if you would turn to someone in a time of need like that? And also, if you are religious, are you one of those part-time religious people, or are you a full-time religious person?
I'd say it like this. Best way I can say it is, at this state I am right now, I'm reaffirming myself
Okay.
with the man up above. I'm reestablishing that relationship, trying to better myself. So, if it was to happen, my first thing to do is to pray, because as you say, prayer is the first thing, is the answer to a lot of your problems. He always said, put it in his hand and he'll take care of it. It may not be the way you want it to, but the way he wants you to.
Yep.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pray, and if the plan was for us to not be together, break up or whatever, then that's just what it is. I can't do nothing about it. I have to accept that that's his plan and go along with it. And then afterwards, better myself, see what I did, figure out what I did wrong, and just improve on it.
Okay. All right, that'll work. All right.
This is our segment of Hot Seat Questions.
Hi, and we out.